Please bear with me. I am trying to do a few videos so I can attempt to get truthful, factual information to multiple areas at one time. This means I did create a YouTube channel so I can put these videos that I'm posting on Facebook also on a YouTube channel in hopes that more people see them and start asking questions. The story involves a 29-year-old Marine veteran named Marvon Jackson McCrae from Yuma, Arizona, originally from Savannah, Georgia. He was living in Yuma with his family and his current wife, Andrea McCrae. An alleged incident took place on May 23, 2022, where the police report states that Marvon attempted to unalive himself. Bear with me, this is a longer video. In this video, we will be going over the post in Justice for Vaughn, where Letitia Bias says she will be answering questions. This post was put up last night. It has been up just a little over 18 hours at this point, and there's a little over 1,300 comments, and many have been deleted at this point. The issue at hand is people are concerned about where the funds that are being raised are going and how they are actually benefiting Marvon. Backing up a little bit, there has been numerous fundraisers. One started on GoFundMe in June of 2022, shortly after the family found out about the incident. There has also been numerous pleas daily since the family found out for Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and two different families involved: bio father, stepmother, bio mother, stepfather, and siblings. You can read the comments on the post and the questions that she has answered and the answers to those questions in regards to his condition and also Raza. According to streamers on YouTube, nobody should be asking any questions whatsoever. However, that YouTuber herself claimed that she wanted transparency and would see the receipts and so on and so forth herself, which now she is telling people to stop asking questions. It's none of their business. However, they have asked people to donate thousands of dollars at this point to this family, and no court filings on behalf of Marvon and his well-being have been filed in any Arizona courts as of July 26, 2022. I should also mention at this point in time that Taraz, aka Raza, is the biologic son of Andrea and Marvon McCrae. He is the youngest of the three children and the only biologic child of Marvon's. Andrea McCrae is the mother of three children in total, two children from a previous marriage. Her ex-husband is currently working through the court system. They have a hearing coming up August 3rd, 2022 in regards to custody of the older two children. But Taraz, Marvon's only biologic son, is still in the custody of Andrea at this point, and no filings that we know of have been in place on his behalf. However, it was previously stated when the biologic father of the girls filed for temporary custody of the girls and an injunction with the court that a streamer on YouTube again alleged that Raza would not be left out, that Raza was basically included in this. That is not possible. However, CPS, their cases are always closed. There's no information that you can gain on that because there is minors. So, yeah. You can see in the comments that she's answering that she alleges that she is attempting to get some sort of custody of Raza to take him back to Georgia, and also Marvon. At this point in time, Letitia Bias, which is the biologic mother of Marvon, has no legal standing in regards to Raza because Marvon himself was adopted as a child by his great-grandmother and his birth certificate was changed. So therefore it throws another wrench into the legalities of this, as she would not be a next of kin for Raza. Also, I should mention, with there being an active CPS investigation, their past criminal history on all parties every single person that is considered for placement, if that was needed, would be investigated thoroughly. And as of the information that I have researched and found on my own, as it stands, there would be issues finding placement for Taraz. All the proper authorities are working on this situation and handling as they find appropriate. This is the first official update that the family has given in over a week, besides some interaction and commentary through YouTube streams and their exclusive people that are handling this story for them. I don't know what to call them besides a huge mess. Again, comments are being removed as they think that any questions about funds and transparency of the fundraiser goal, how much is still needed, what is it needed for, when will it be used in the event that Marvon was to pass away, what would the additional funds be used for, so on and so forth. Originally, the fundraisers started on Letitia Bias's personal page, with her posting her Cash App asking for help so she could see her son, Marvon, in Yuma, as she would be traveling from Savannah, Georgia, to Yuma to see him. However, the start of the fundraisers was July 4th on her private page. Then it moved to a GoFundMe that was stated was made by a cousin to a family member, possibly Marvon's cousin. Cannot verify relationship there. Some of the YouTubers that originally covered this story have since backed away. One of them also has asked for a refund of her donation on GoFundMe, which GoFundMe did grant. The reason for that, after investigating that myself, is if you make a donation to a fundraiser and you find out that there has been fraudulent activity, or if you have a question, you can report it to GoFundMe. They will investigate. They reach out to the beneficiary asking for proof that the funds are going to, in this case, it would have been to an attorney or travel. Miss Letitia would have needed to provide receipts of those things, and then GoFundMe would have closed the case and she would have been able to keep the money. I'm not sure what happened there. That was from GoFundMe themselves. I spoke to them directly. However, they could not give me specifics on this case. This is just their general policy. So applying their general policy to what happened here, that would be Miss Letitia must not have been able to provide GoFundMe with enough proof in their opinion, and therefore the reversal took place. I am not suggesting that anybody should request refunds of their donations or report these payment apps. I am just explaining the facts. According to Molly Golightly on YouTube last night, nobody needs to be asking any questions because, in her experience, this family has been kind. Again, no one is stating that these people should not be allowed to see their son. They have been able to see their son at this point in time on July 26, 2022. That has been accomplished. Both biologic parents have been to Arizona and seen Marvon. I will mention again, there is an active and open investigation into this incident through Yuma PD in Yuma, Arizona. Letitia answers it in this comment thread. However, Andrea is still currently the power of attorney for Marvon and making all decisions in regards to Marvon's medical treatments. There has been numerous allegations online that she was removed from the facility due to potentially foul play. All of that is alleged. Andrea has not been charged with any crimes at this point in time. And Tucson, where Marvon is in the hospital, does not have any open and ongoing investigation. They do not have a case in regards to the situation at this present time that they would update me on. The outpouring of love and support for this family has been wonderful since day one. However, if you question anything, you are automatically assumed to be a hater or a troll of another YouTuber. You are not allowed to have any other opinions or questions that don't go along with the pack mentality. Please remember this. People who think for themselves and are critical thinkers, please do not use your brain in this situation, as you will end up where I am today. a headache and frustrated. All that people want to know is that the funds that are being raised are going to benefit Marvon. Justice for
that's
Marvon.
my opinion,
What does that even
but
mean
it's
at this point?
showing
The
a
people
lot
that
of
started
direction that way.
Justice for Vaughn, the Facebook group, are encouraging the silence of anybody asking questions by deleting their comments, arguing with them, letting them be attacked in the comment threads instead of just shutting it down completely, letting people tell them how horrible they are for asking. And when provided with receipts that this was a donator of a large amount, it still continued. And then they just deleted all of the comments below it. Transparency is not this. If there was complete transparency, why all of the silence and the hiding in the back-ended conversations? The Facebook group Justice for Vaughn has over 70,000 members. It grew rapidly and has been pretty chaotic. I will give the admins that. However, they have chose to help Letitia hide truths from people. I have seen comment threads and message threads with certain admins from the group that I do have possession of that they were helping hide things from certain people on behalf of Letitia. It doesn't make sense. They've also gone to various people and asked for certain things to be said and done or removed or not talked about or not transparency on certain aspects for Letitia. For Letitia, does that mean for Letitia's benefit or at Letitia's discretion and request? I am not 100% sure on that. However, she is definitely benefiting from their actions. And she is also not encouraging them to stop. She is also not stopping the drama between two major YouTubers that have exploded this case into the messy shitstorm that it absolutely is right now. She has not stopped that drama because they are both benefiting. And everybody, if they start to turn on each other within that family, there's going to be a lot of things exposed. The whole situation between Miss Letitia and Mrs. Wynette is Miss Letitia and Miss Wynette do not get along. They never have. Money got involved. They're both getting mad because both are profiting. Miss Wynette is the stepmother of Marvon, who is married to Marvon Sr. Marvon Sr. is currently in a treatment program, had to get a pass to go to Yuma, Arizona to visit Marvon Jr. in the hospital, was able to do so, but according to his court-ordered sentence, he has to be in this facility. He is not able to just get on a plane and fly to see Marvon like is being assumed and donated for. They are still putting up the Cash App for this family, knowing that he is in a facility and it is not as it seems. Numerous missed phone calls when they were supposed to appear on different streams have happened, and it's been pushed off that he was at work or other excuses which they know are not true, but they're passing off to their followers as such. Also, Mr. Jackson himself, Marvon Sr., Wynette's husband, stated himself on a stream that they stayed at the Fisher house when in Yuma, Arizona. Miss Wynette says that they had to empty their entire savings and it cost them over, I don't know what her amount was, but it was a lot. Thousands of dollars to go visit Marvon in Arizona. Okay. It also keeps getting put off that maybe their phone is out of minutes and we need to pay for their cell phone bill, so people start donating for that too. Watch the comments on these streams, it's sickening. In messages to others involved in this situation, Letitia herself has admitted that Marvon Sr. was never involved in Marvon Jr.'s life. They had no relationship. Marvon Sr. has stated that they talked all the time, so on and so forth. Marvon Sr. absolutely is the biologic father of Marvon Jr. Again, I think it was great that he got to see Marvon. However, the relationship and things are being put out are not true. It is not true. That's been verified by family members. Rochelle herself has made statements in regards to this in different threads and areas. It's not as it seems. Miss Letitia herself was very limited in her involvement with Marvon Jr. Marvon Jr. even made a trip to Georgia in 2019, which he did not contact any of his family besides a sibling or two siblings, which was, I think, his brothers. His mother and sister didn't even know he was in Georgia at the time. That is how estranged the relationship was. Were they working on the relationship? Absolutely. Did Marvon want to have his family in his life? Absolutely. But that does not mean that this all was this wonderful, great thing to begin with, and that they've always fought for him, because that's just not, unfortunately, the truth. If we want to get down and talk about justice for Marvon, then we need to tell Marvon's story. Marvon was given up for adoption to his great grandmother. However, the situation played out there, it might have been the best decision for all involved. I am not judging that situation or that decision, as I have no idea. Now, I know that Marvon had a very problematic upbringing because of family members and situations that were going on in his childhood. Again, not throwing shade at the past, but the past unfortunately does affect the current situation. That being, they would never potentially get custody of Raza. They unfortunately also have no say in what happens to Marvon because there is legal documents involved. It's getting put off that because people are asking for transparency of funds and other things such as his condition and why it's being put out to the public by family, that there is potential for him to recover when there is no such thing according to multiple physicians in the latest factual update. Why is it being played off to the public in this manner, and still there is absolutely no update on anything legally in the benefit of Marvon or to benefit his well-being? Tell me in the comments what you think justice for Vaughn looks like and would be. What would justice for Marvon actually be and look like? Because currently, all that's happening is thousands of dollars are being shuffled around by YouTubers and a family, and there's still a man in a hospital bed with a very bleak future, and all there is people outpouring love and support for him and justice for